to two things. First of all, the next big thing for September and wood veneer day 11 for Scraptember. So for the next big thing, the prompt is to use a big scenic paper. So I found this that I have been hoarding forever, and it is the 49 Market Spectrum Sherbert. So that's been out for a while, 2022. So this is probably 3 years old. Paper with all of these butterflies, and I just didn't want to cover up the butterflies. So that's what I'm going to be using for my scenic paper. And then for wood veneer, I have from Shadney, um, hearts and hearts. And I have one more somewhere, I thought, but I'll find that. And then I have a couple of Disney heart, Mickey's heads that I'm going to use. So that's what we're going to use today. I've also got some of the Spectrum Sherbet or Spectrum Gardenia blue or blue butterflies in all different colors that we're going to add to these butterflies. It's going to be a quick page. It's going to come together pretty easy, I think. And that is kind of the beauty of using a big scenic page is that it comes together quickly. So hopefully you guys like this. We'll figure out a title. Probably what we will do is go to the rub-ons from the Spectrum Sherbet collection and use that. But we'll figure out what I've got left and I'll put you on fast forward and you'll watch it come together. So we are in fast forward now and I am going to use this piece of black that you can tell I've already used to either test sewing, you saw that, or to punch out a bunch of Mickeys for the Mickey punch. So I just keep this in my stash of, scrap paper. Ended up, it was just the perfect size. I had printed this photo on the print to size app and it is a weird size. It's like 2 by 5 or something. I don't really understand what I was thinking when I cut it, when I sized it, but it worked perfectly for that photo. So that's what I have. And it worked perfectly in this space. So because this is a scenic paper for the next big thing, I didn't want to cover up the scenic paper part of it. So I'm going to put the photo to the side of the paper and then the title underneath it, which is, so I really did want the title on top, but everything in me could not go out of rainbow order. So because the pink is on the bottom and it's You Make Me So Happy and the happy is in pink, I had to put it on the bottom. Anyone else like that? Is there anyone else who looks at a paper that has a rainbow and then when you start adding your embellishments has a real hard time of putting the embellishments not in rainbow order? I think that's one of the reasons that I love the Spectrum collections and one of the reasons that I hate the Spectrum collections is it kind of forces me to go in rainbow order. So for wood veneer, I am just putting these wood veneers out on the page. Now I kind of toyed with coloring with either a marker or a pen or even embossing on the wood veneer, but I liked the break that the wood, the kind of the khaki color gave because this page has a lot of vibrancy. And I think just having that little pop of brown kind of gives it a little bit more nature. And it is a picture at Animal Kingdom, so I think that worked. I'm then pulling out the butterflies in different colors. Once again, I'm just pulling them. Now, one of the things about the Spectrum collection is they had the moths and butterflies are the same design. They just repeat in different colors. And I wanted to make sure I had different designs. So I pulled out a bunch and I was just trying to figure out which ones to use. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit off the top of the page there, but I had a white one for the top, the reds. So I'm just going through to see what's in there. There is this one that I really did like, but it's a chipboard piece. And because all the rest of them were paper, you're going to see I end up pulling that one off. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to raise up on one wing each of the butterflies. So they kind of look like they have motion. So basically I'm going to glue down one side of them and then glue, pop up on foam the other side. So you can see it kind of looks like they're flying off the page. You can do that with foam tape. You can do that with little pieces of chipboard. There's lots of ways to do that, but to me, that's just one way to give butterflies a little bit of dimension or anything that has wings. If you want to pop up one side of it, it's really a lot of fun, and it adds some dimension to it. So you see me replacing that butterfly mainly because, yeah, it didn't work. The chipboard piece didn't work with everything else. And this is one of those pages that I really did want it to be a focus on that side of the paper. That's the point of the next big thing this time, is to focus on that side of the paper. Now, one of the things you'll notice is I had to move that orange one down. It just was bothering me and I didn't have space enough for the green one, and I ripped the paper a little bit. We're going to put a strategically placed sequin there later so you don't even see it. But as I'm sitting here looking at it, you couldn't even see it now. So, and there I go. I'm going to put a strategic heart right there so you can't see it. I have these hearts that are also chipboard. They're old and I just wanted to use them all. I've been carrying them in my stash drawer for a while. I think this is week 2 of the Scraptember, and I know for a fact, gone through 3 sets of stickers that were in my stash drawer that I just had a few of, and I've used them up. To me, that's the beauty of Scraptember, is that you are making a lot of pages, using different prompts, and getting things used that maybe you wouldn't use before. I hope that's what you're finding and that you're getting inspiration. The very last thing I'm going to do is take this really cool pewter gray silver and do a little bit of splatter to add some other dimension on this page. And with that, I am going to call it quits. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to add a few more. I'm still adding a few more little bits and bobs from the Spectrum Gardenia, just some of the enamel dots, and then I'm going to call it quits. Here's the close-up. I will see you tomorrow for another Tone on Tone for Scraptember. Bye-bye.